going to be making a song with AWS DeepComposer. So before we get to that, let me show you the original clip of what song we're going to transform. So first we're going to want to find a MIDI file for the song we're trying to use for AWS DeepComposer. If you didn't already know, MIDI stands for Musical Instrument Digital Interface. And I chose the Office theme song MIDI. Another great place to find some MIDI files for use is BitMIDI. But I'm just going to use this website here for my MIDI file. And then just hit download. And that'll download your MIDI file. After getting your MIDI file, you're going to want to go to your editor of choice. I'm going to use onlinesequencer.net as it's a really easy option. And then go to import MIDI and upload your MIDI file. I'm going to choose the Office theme song that we downloaded earlier. Open, and then hit continue. And then with AWS DeepComposer, you can only use 8 bars worth of notes. So I'm going to trim it and edit it up, and I'll be right back. After choosing which snippet you want to use, try to select the notes with your editor. Do a Control-C, and then we'll leave the site. And once you're here, then just paste. I already pasted earlier, so let me just do a Control-Z. Then change your beats per minute to whatever you want. It has to be lower than 160 though, as that's required by AWS DeepComposer. And then let's preview it just to make sure it's good. Okay, that works. And then you can export it with this button right here and do an export MIDI. And this will download the MIDI file for us. And then let's go to AWS DeepComposer, and I'll be right back with the steps. So now that we have our MIDI file, we can head over to AWS DeepComposer. And then from here, since we're starting from scratch, let's go to compositions. And then let's create a composition right here. And this will use the pre-built sample, which is Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Let's change our input melody. And instead of sample melody, let's use an imported track. And then from here, let's choose our file. And you can choose the MIDI file that you want to use. So for me, it's this one right here. And you can see that it auto recognizes your tempo and your pitch that we have in Online Sequencer. You can see here that we have 160 here and 160 here. And then it's time to use our model. So head over to Model Parameters on the right. And then for your generative AI technique, instead of using autoregressive, let's use a GAN, or Generative Adversarial Network, to use for our model. And then here, MooScan is fine. And then for our model, let's use a sample model like pop. And then using machine learning and AI, and the topic we've given, or the category, it'll decide on some tracks, accompanying tracks for our melody, such as the guitar and the drums. And let's hit generate. Make sure Rhythm Assist is on first, actually. And then we're going to generate composition. So now that we've successfully generated our beat, let's go test it out and see how it works.